Okay, good morning everyone. In today's class, let us discuss with the variables concept. In the previous class, we discussed data types in Java. In today's class, we will see variables. Okay, so what is variable? How we can declaring a variable? How we have to initializing the value to a variable? Okay, so types of variables. Okay, let us see these concepts in today's class. Okay, so variables. Okay, so let us see variable. So what is variable? Okay, variable is a piece of memory that contains a data value. Okay, so variable is a piece of memory that can contain a data value. Okay, it is a piece of memory that can contain a data value. For example, I am defining a variable int a equal to 10. Okay, so variable is a piece of memory that can contain a data value. Okay, so here 10 is the data value, so it can allocate the reserved memory. Okay, so already I explained you int occupies how many bytes in the memory? In Java 4 bytes. Integer occupies 4 bytes. Okay, simply we can say variable is the smallest memory allocation in the RAM. Variable is the smallest memory allocation in the RAM. So whenever we want to define a variable, okay, so it allocates the memory. Okay, it allocates the memory. Okay, so variable means smallest memory allocation in the RAM. So we can simply say, so variable is smallest memory allocation. Smallest memory allocation. Smallest memory allocation in the RAM. Okay, so whenever we want to define a variable in our programming, it allocates the memory. So it is the smallest memory allocation in the RAM. Okay, that is nothing but a definition of a variable. Variable contains the piece of memory that can contain a data value. Okay, so coming to the next point, variable name may consist of alphabets. Variable name may consist of alphabets, digits and underscores and the dollar characters to the following rules. Okay, variable name can be anything. Okay, either alphabets, characters, digits, underscores. Okay, but variable name first letter should start with a alphabet. Okay, so variable name first letter should start with alphabet. Okay, these all are the following rules. Okay, so variable name for a specific program must be unique. Okay, so variable name for a specific program must be unique. Okay, so for example, in programming, okay, so I can defining variable. Okay, variable name for a specific program must be unique. Okay, so I am defining one variable. Okay, so int sum equal to 10. So here I am declaring one variable. Okay, so here int is a data type. Here int is the data type. Sum is the variable name. Sum is the variable name. Okay, so in this program, for example, in this program, let us assume it is a one program. So here sum is the variable. Variable name for a specific program must be unique. Okay, so we have to define some variable. Okay, so in that program, so we can't use. Okay, so again we can't define this variable name in one program because variable name, okay, for a specific program must be unique. Okay, so next point. Okay, there should be no white spaces in between any two characters of variable name. Okay, so variable name, okay, for example, I am defining one variable. Okay, for example, string. Okay, so string is tasty. Okay, so here is tasty is the variable name. Okay, so there should be no white spaces in between any characters of the variable name. It is a valid variable declaration. Okay, so it could not be allowed any white spaces. It could not be allowed any white spaces. For example, I am defining Okay, string is manager. Is manager. Okay, it is a valid declaration. For example, I can defining variable name string is manager. Is manager. Okay, it is invalid declaration because there should be no white spaces in between any two characters of a variable name. So here I am defining is manager is a variable name. So it is string type data type. Okay, here I am defining is manager. Okay, is one word, manager is one word. Okay, there should be no white spaces in variable name for defining a variables. Okay, so it is invalid variable declaration whenever I am defining okay with white spaces for defining a variable in our program. At the time of compilation it leads an error. Our program should not compile successfully because variable name. Okay, so variable name means it is a single word. There should be no white spaces in variable names. Okay, so you have to remember 2 points. Okay, so variable name for a specific program must be unique. Okay, there should be no white spaces for declaring a variable. So in this program, it is a variable declaration. It is a valid, but it is invalid because there should be no white spaces in variable names. Okay, so coming to the next point, keywords cannot be used for naming the variable. I already explained you whenever I explained in the keywords concept. Keywords cannot be used for naming the variable. Okay, so Java provides 60 reserved keywords. Okay, so implements, throws. Okay, so extends. Okay, so catch, try, finally, these all are keywords. Okay, so keywords cannot be used for naming the variable. Okay, so for example, int. Okay, so int, for example, I can defining one keyword. For example, here Java throws is the keyword. Throws is the keyword. For example, throws equal to 10. Okay, so here throws is the variable name. Okay, but it is a keyword. Throws is the keyword. Okay, so keyword names cannot be used as variable name. So it is a valid variable declaration or invalid variable declaration? Invalid variable declaration. Why? Keyword names cannot be used as variable names. Okay. Okay. So at the time of developing program, we can defining a keyword name as variable name. At the time of compilation, it leads an error. Our Java program would not compile successfully because keyword names cannot be used as variable names. Okay. So next, coming to the next point is variable names. Okay, so can be any length. Variable names can be any length. Okay, it is not restricted for a count of specific characters. Okay, so it is not like that. Variable name can be any length. For example, string my name equal to okay something. Okay, so Veera Venkata Naga Satyanarayan, like that. Okay, so it can be any length. Okay, variable names can be any length. We have to define as your wish. We have to define as your wish because variable name can be any length. Okay, so these all are the rules and regulations for defining a variable. Okay, I think everyone clear about these points. Okay, so because you already studied these concepts in C programming language. Okay, so coming to the next concepts related to the variables. Declaration of variables. Okay, all the variables must be declared before they can use. Okay, so variable declaration can follow these rules, these things. Okay, it tells the compiler what the name of the variable is. Okay, so at the time of developing the program, we can declaring a variable. Okay, so for example, int. Okay, so int a equal to 10. Okay, so it tells the compiler what the name of the variable is. Here a is the variable. Okay, so at the time of compilation, compiler understands the variable name. Okay, so it specifies the what type of data the variable will hold. Okay, so every variable in Java has a data type. We can define a data type int a equal to 10. It specifies okay what type of data the variable will hold. Okay, so for example, int a equal to 10. Here a holds which type of data? Okay, a holds integer type data type. Okay, so it specifies what type of data the variable will hold. So in this example, variable holds the integer type data. Okay, so next one, the variable declared anywhere in the programming. Okay, so we can declaring variable anywhere in the programming. Okay, so in our C programming language, variables are two types: global variables, local variables. Okay, any variable can be defined before main part of the program. It can be called as a global variable. Okay, so variables can be defined within the method, within the function, can be called as a local variables. We can define a variable anywhere in the programming. Okay, so the place of declaration of the variable. Okay, so in the program decides the scope of the variable. Here variables can be defined anywhere in the programming. For example, in Java, okay, so we have to define a variable outside the class. Okay, so it can be considered as a, okay, so instance variable. Okay, variable can be defined, okay, within the method. The scope it declares, it is called local variables. It can be defined anywhere in the programming. Okay. Okay, so what is the syntax for declaring a variable? Okay, so this is the syntax for defining a variable. Okay, data type space variable name. Okay, every statement terminated by semicolon. Okay, so what is the syntax for declaring variable name? Data type space variable name. Here data type is int. Okay, so here data type is int. Okay, A is variable name. A is variable name. Okay, so more than one variable of same data type that can be declared using comma separator. So in our program, we have to declare more than one variable. We have to separate by comma. For example, I am declaring three variables A, B, C. Okay, so how can you differentiate? By separated by comma. So what is the syntax for declaring more than one variable in our programming? Data type space variable 1 comma variable 2 comma and so on variable name. Yes. So we have to define a number of variables separated by comma. Okay, so with the same data type only. For example, int A comma B comma C. Here int is a data type A, B, C. These three are variables. How can you separate the variable names? Okay, so comma. So here int is the data type. Okay, so coming to the next one. Okay, so giving values to the variables. Okay, how you can assign the value to a variable. Okay, so a variable must be given a value after it has been declared. Okay, so but before using the expression, this can be achieved in two ways. So first one is by using an assignment statement, second one is by using read statement. Okay, assignment statement. Okay, a simple method is giving a value to the variable through assignment. Okay, so for example, what is the syntax for defining a value to the variable? Okay, so what is the syntax? Type variable name equal to value. So we can assigning a value. Okay, so we can assigning a value to the variable by using assignment operator. Here this one is assignment operator. Okay, so for example, int number. Here int is the data type. Okay, number is the variable name. So how in this statement, how we can assign a value to the variable? By using which statement? By using assignment statement. Okay, so what is the syntax? Type variable name equal to value. So here variable name equal to number. Number variable holds which type of data type? Integer type data type. How we can assign a value to the variable? By using assignment statement. Okay, equal to. Okay, so here 10 is the value. Okay, so next one, float height equal to 23.6 f. Okay, so here height is the variable name. Here height is the variable name. Float is the data type. Okay, so here height variable holds which type of data type? Float data type. Okay, float occupies how many bytes in the memory? 4 bytes. Okay, here height is the variable name. Here height is the variable name. Okay, so what is the value of height data type? How we can assign a value to the variable? Okay, so by using assignment statement. Okay, so here what is the value of height data type? 23.6 here. Why I am appending f at the end of initializing the value? In Java by default it takes as the double values. That's why whenever we can defining a float type of values, we can append at the end of initializing the value f. Okay, so every statement ends with a semicolon. Next one, string name equal to ABC. Okay, here name is the variable name, so it holds the string type data type. Okay, what is the value of string type data type? ABC. How we can assign the value to the variable? By using assignment statement. Okay, in Java strings can be enclosed double quotes. In Java strings can be enclosed double quotes. Okay, this is related to the variables concept. Okay, next I will continue with the types of variables. Okay, So next concept, types of variables. Okay, so Java supports 3 types of variables. First one is local variables. Local variables, instance variables, and class or static variables. Okay, so types of variables. Java supports 3 types of variables. What they are? First one is local variable. Second one is instance variable. Third one is class or static variables. Okay, these 3 are the types of variables in Java. Okay, local, instance, class or static variable. So I will discuss one by one. What is the functionality of local variable? What is the functionality of instance variable? What is the functionality of class and static variable? What is the difference between these 3 variables? I will discuss one by one. Okay, let us see local variables. Okay, so coming to the first variable, local variable. Okay, so I think you have to know local variables in our C programming language. Okay, so what is local variable? Any variable can be declared within the main. Any variable can be declared within the main can be called as local variable. Okay, so for example, int area, it is the method. So in this method we have to define 2 variables, int height, int length. Okay, so we have to close the method body. Okay, so here area is the method name. Okay, so int is the data type. Okay, so area returns the which type of data type? Integer type data type. Okay, so here height and length, these 2 are variables. Okay, so here height and length, these 2 are variables. These 2 variables of which type of data type? Integer type data type. Okay, so this is the body of method. Okay, this is the body of area method. Okay, so any variables can be defined. Okay, so what is local variable? Any variable can be defined within the method. Any variables can be defined within the method can be called as local variable. So here in this example, height and length, these 2 are variables. These 2 are local variables. Why we can say these 2 variables are local variables? What is local variable? Any variable can be defined within the method. Within the method can be called as local variable. Okay, so in these 2 variables can be defined within the method, within the area method. That's why we can simply call as height and length variables are local variables. Okay, so first, coming to the first point, local variables are declared in methods. Okay, so local variables are declared in methods. Okay, so constructors and blocks. Okay, so local variables are declared in methods, constructors are blocks. Okay, so for example, block. Okay, so it is nothing but the group of statements. Block means group of statements. Here this is one block. Here this is one block. Okay, so any statements can be mentioned within these braces. We can simply say as block. Okay, so next one, constructor. Okay, constructor name same as the class name. Okay, so it does not return any data type. Okay, so for example, we can define in one class. Okay, so for example, class sample, here sample. Okay, it is the constructor. Okay, so any variable can be defined within the constructor also. We can say as a local variables. Okay, I will explain constructor concept in future. Okay, so in our first unit, second chapter, I will discuss briefly what is constructor and what are the types of constructors. Okay, in this stage, you don't worry about constructors concept. Okay, so local variables are declared in methods, constructors are blocks. Any variable can be defined within the method, within the constructor, within the blocks. We can simply say as it is a local variable. Okay, so any variable can be defined within the method, within the constructor, within the block. We can simply say as, we can simply identify it is which type of variable? Local variable. Okay, so local variables are created when the method. Okay, so local variables are created when the method, constructor or block. Okay, so it is entered and the variable will be destroyed. What is the lifetime of local variables? Okay, so once it exists, the constructor or method or block. Okay, so local variable scope is only within the method we can access it. Okay, so outside does not allow to access the local variables. What is the scope of local variable? Only within the method, within the constructor, within the block we can access it. So once we can exit the method, we can exit the constructor, we can exit the block. Okay, so we can't allow to access the local variables. Okay, so in this point, okay, local variables are created when the method, constructor or block is entered and the variable will be destroyed once it exists the method, constructor or block. Okay, so we can exit this method. So outside we can't allow local variables. This is the scope of local variables. Okay, so coming to the next point, access modifiers cannot be used for local variables. Okay, so access modifiers cannot be used as local variables. Java supports the access modifiers concept like public, private, protected, default. Okay, so these access modifiers cannot be used as local variables. Okay, so it does not support the local variables. Okay, so coming to the next points, local variables are visible only within declared method, constructor or block. Okay, so it is visible within the method, within the constructor or within the block. Okay, outside constructor, outside method, outside block, we can't allow to access the local variables. Okay, so it is visible only within the method, within the constructor, within the block only. Okay, so local variables. Okay, coming to the next point, local variables are implemented at stack level internally. Okay, so I already explained you JVM internal architecture of JVM. Okay, so in JVM, okay, so all the local variables can be stored as stack level. Okay, so local variables are implemented stack level internally. So these local variables can be stored, okay, so stack level in the JVM. Okay, so coming to the next point, okay, there is no default value for local variables. Okay, there is no default values for the local variables. So whenever we can define the local variables, so we can initialize in the values. Okay, so default initialization is not applicable to the local variables. Okay, default initialization is not applicable to the local variables. So whenever we can define the variables in the method, constructor or block, at the time of declaring, we can initialize in the values. Okay, so why? Because default initialization is not applicable to the local variables. Okay. Okay, so all of you observe these program. Okay, so this is related to the local variable example program. Okay, so here, okay, so in Java, okay, class definition starts with class keyword. In Java, class definition starts with class keyword. Here class is the keyword. Okay, so here class is the keyword. In Java, class definition starts with class keyword and followed by class name. Here demo is class name. Here demo is class name. Okay, so after class definition, we can open the curly brace. At the end of the program, we can close the curly brace. Okay, so this is class body. This is class body. Okay, so after class definition, we can open the curly brace. At the end of the program, we can close the curly brace. Okay, so next one, main method. Okay, next one, main method. In Java, main method contains three keywords: public, static, void. I already explained you what is the importance of these three keywords. Why Java main method contains these three keywords. Okay, so public, static, void, main. Here public is the access specifier. Public is the access modifier. Okay, static is the keyword. Okay, so Java static keyword in the main method, it checks before main method any objects are created or not. Okay, static methods and static variables can be accessible without help of any object. Okay, so without help of any object, we can accessing static variables and static methods. In the main method, static keyword checks before main method any objects are created or not. Okay, so void is a data type and it does not return anything. Okay, so here in this main is a method. Okay, so Java main method, in Java main method, it is the method, it is the function. So in this main method contains the arguments. Okay, so we have to pass the argument here string. String is the class. String is the class. It is a predefined class. First letter should start with uppercase letter. Okay, so here this is the arguments, command line arguments. Okay, so string args array. Okay, this symbol is array. Okay, whenever Okay, whenever JVM finds the square braces, he blindly creates an array. Okay, so arguments, string ops array. Okay, these all are command line arguments. At the runtime, we can accessing the values. In future concepts, I will explain command line arguments briefly. Okay, this is the main method. Plus one. After main, we can open the curly brace. At the end of the program, we can close the curly brace. Okay, so these statements is main method body. Okay, so these 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 statements main body. Main method body. So what we have to define? Variables, method. Okay, so constructors. Okay, so everything we have to define in the main method body. So in this one we have to define variable. Okay, so here int I equal to 10. Okay, so here I is variable name. So I holds which type of data? Int. Here int is the data type. Okay, so I already explained you. Okay, so default initialization is not applicable to the local variable. Whenever we can defining a method, okay, so whenever we can defining a, okay, so variables within the method, main is the method, so we can defining the variable, okay, so within the method, simply we can say as local variables. Here I, j, these two are local variables. Okay, sorry, I and j, these two are local variables. How we can say these two are the local variables? Okay, we can simply say any variable can be defined within the method can be called as local variable. So main is the method. Okay, so in these we have to define two variables I and j. Simply we can say these two are local variables. Okay, so what is the point regarding to the local variables? Any variable can be defined within the main method. Within the method can be called as local variables. But default initialization is not applicable to the local variables. Okay, so whenever we can defining a variable within the method, okay, at the time of declaration stage, we can assigning a value to the variable. So I am assigning 10 value to the I variable by using assignment statement. Okay, similarly, float j equal to 12.3f. Here j is the variable name, it is float type of data type. At the time of declaration stage, I can assign a value to the variable. So 12.3f, I am appending f at the end of this statement. Okay, by default Java takes the double values. Okay, if you want to define a float type at the end of initializing, we can append as f. Okay, so every statement terminated by semicolon. Okay, so I have to print these two values on console. So we have to print the output statement system.out.println. Okay, so this is similar to printf statement in our C programming language. Okay, so here system is the class. System is a predefined class. In system, first letter S should be start with uppercase letter. In Java, we have to define predefined classes. First letter should start with uppercase letter. So here string and system, these two are classes. First letter should start with uppercase letter. Okay, so out is an object of system class. Println is the method. It is the output statement finally. Okay, here we have to print these two values on the console screen. In the screen, so we have to get the output. What we have to initializing the values of I and j variables. Okay, so here I equal to plus I. Here plus is the concatenation. So in the screen, so we have to display the values. Okay, so I equal to 10. We have to get the output. Okay, so j equal to 12.3. Okay, so here it is a concatenation like in our C programming language. Okay, so for example, we have to print the I values. The sum of two numbers equal to %d/n comma. Okay, so x. Okay, so in our C programming language, we have to use comma. So in Java, we have to print the values on the console. We can use plus. It is the concatenation operator. Okay, so finally system.out.println is the output statement. It is like printf statement in our C programming language. Here system is the class. It is a predefined class. Out is an object of system class. Println is a method. Okay, it prints the new line. So here I equal to plus I, j equal to plus j. Okay, so what is the values of I and j? So I equal to 10, j equal to 12.3. We can get the output. Okay, so what is the compilation? For example, in this program, I have to compile this program. So what is the command for compilation? So Java C space file name dot Java. So here file name is our class name. Java C space demo1 dot Java. So it is the compilation command. Okay. So in this compilation, if any compilation errors are there, after compilation displaying on the errors. If any errors are not there, simply display on the score button. Next, what is the command for running? Java space file name, Java space demo1. Okay, so it is the execution command, Java space demo1. Okay, so in Java, our source code first converting into bytecode, then JVM reads the bytecode and then converting into machine level language in this stage only. Okay, so finally after execution, so we can get the output I equal to 10, J equal to 12.3. Okay, this is about local variables. Okay, so finally what is local variable? Any variable can be defined within the method, within the constructor, within the block. We can simply say it is a local variables. What is the lifetime of local variables? Only local variables can be visible within the method, within the constructor or within the block. Okay, outside the constructor, outside the method, we can't accessing the local variables. But access modifiers cannot be used as local variables. This is the important point related to the local variables. Access modifiers cannot be used as local variables. Okay. These all are important points regarding to the local variables, and the default initialization is not applicable to the local variables. Okay, for example, i's are local variables. Okay, for example, int I, float j. So I am declaring these two variables. I want initializing the value of variables. At the time of compilation, it leads an error because these two are local variables. At the time of declaration stage, also we can initializing the values to the variables. Otherwise, our compiler would not compile our program because the default initialization is not applicable to the local variables. Okay. So next one. Next one is instance variables. Okay. Next one is instance variables. So what is instance variables? Okay. Instance variables are declared in a class. Instance variables are declared in a class, but outside a method, constructors or any block. Okay. So it can be defined in a class. Okay. So what is instance variables? Instance variables can be defined in a class, outside method, outside constructor, outside a block. Any variable can be defined within the class. Okay, so any variable can be defined within the class. Okay, but it is not inside method, inside constructor, inside block. Simply we can say as instance variable. Okay, so when a space is allocated for an object, it is heap. Okay, so because in Java, okay, so only main method of a program could be loaded into the memory. Okay, so in Java, whenever we have writing public static void main, the statements on words we have load on the memory. So in Java, okay, so main method would be loaded into the memory apart from anything contained in the form of bytecode only. It could not be loaded into the memory. So how we can accessing instance variables into the memory? So whenever we can creating object of the class. So in JVM, okay, so it loads heap. Okay, so it can contain the heap memory. Instance variables can be loaded into the heap memory. So local variables can be loaded into the stack memory. Okay, so that's when access modifiers can be given for instance variables. We can simply use access modifiers in instance variables like public, private, protected, default. Okay, but access modifiers cannot be used as local variables. Access modifiers can be given as instance variables. Okay. Okay, next one. Instance variables have default values. Okay, so local variables does not have any default values. Default initialization is not applicable to the local variables, but default initialization is applicable. Default values is applicable for local variables. Okay, simply any variable can be defined within a class. So we can defining the variables. We can't initializing the values at the time of compilation. Okay, so Java compiler. Okay, so initializes the default values because the default initialization is applicable to the instance variables. Default initialization is not applicable to the local variables. Sorry. For example, all primitive data types. What is the default value of primitive data types? Okay, for example, we can define a int variable 0, okay, byte 0, short 0, okay, so for example, float 0.0, double 0.0, okay, so boolean false, okay, these all are the default values for primitive data types. Okay, so whenever we can defining a variable, it is defined within the class, simply we can say as instance variables. So we can't initializing the value also, okay, because it is a instance variable, default initialization is applicable to the instance variables. Okay, so coming to the next point is instance variables can be accessed directly by calling the variable names inside the class. Because instance variables cannot be loaded into the memory because it contains inside the class. Okay, so inside the class. Okay, so how we can accessing the instance variables? Through object reference. Object reference dot variable name. Object reference dot variable name. So I am explaining with respect to the example. If you observe this example, here class demo1. Okay, so class declaration starts with class keyword and followed by class name. Here class name is demo1. Okay, so here I am defining 3 variables. Okay, so I, flag, f, these 3 are variables. Okay, these 3 variables are which type? Okay, so instance are local. Okay, so I, flag, f, these 2 are instance variables are local variables. Instance variable. How we can simply say it is an instance variable? What is instance variable? Any variable can be defined within the class, can be called as instance variable. Okay, these 3 variables can be defined within the class. Okay, so these 3 variables can be defined within the class. Simply we can say as instance variables. Simply we can say as instance variables. Okay, so I can initializing. Okay, I can defining the variables. So int I, boolean flag, float here. Here I is the variable, it is an integer type variable. I cannot initializing the value to the variable. Okay, because it is the instance variable, default initialization is applicable to the instance variable. Okay, so here flag is the variable, it is the boolean type data type, f is the variable, it is the float type data type. In these 3 statements, okay, let us observe. Just I am declaring variable or can't initializing value to the variables. Okay, so we can simply say these 3 variables are instance variables. Instance variable. You have to clear with local variables and instance variables. Okay, any variable can be defined within the class could be called as instance variable. These 3 variables can be defined within the class. Simply we can say as instance variables. Okay, next we have to write main method. Okay, the main method contains 3 keywords: public, static, void. Here public is the access specifier, static is the keyword. Static members can be executed without help of any objects. In the main method, static keywords checks before main method any objects are created or not. Void is the data type, it does not return anything. Main is the function. Every programming language program execution starts with main method. Main method contains arguments. String is the class, it is a predefined class. First letter should start with uppercase letter. Here one arguments. Okay, whenever JVM finds the space braces, it blindly creates an array. So it is the command line arguments. At the time of runtime, we can access the values with the help of wrapper classes. I will explain in future concept. Okay. So here what is this statement? Okay. So in the main we have to open the curly brace. After we can close the curly brace. Okay. So what is this statement? Demo1 d1 equal to new demo1. What this statement represents? It is object creation. It is object creation. Why we can creating object in this program? Okay, so in Java only main method. In Java only main method onwards. Only in Java main method onwards could be loaded into the memory. In Java only main method could be loaded into the memory. So apart from anything before main, okay, so before main it could not be loaded into the memory. Okay, so instead of loading these members, these instance members in the memory, so we create object. We can create objects. Okay, so while we can creating object in Java, in order to load instance members of a class, so we can create object in Java. Okay, so because in Java only main method of the program could be loaded into the memory apart from anything contained in the form of bytecode. So in order to allocate memory space for instance members, we need object in Java. So how we can creating object? Here demo1. Demo1 is our class name. Okay, so here D1 is reference variable. Here D1 is reference variable. What is reference variable? Okay, so reference variable representing address of the object. Address of the object. Here assignment operator. New is the keyword. Okay, so our new is the operator. What is the functionality of new operator? Okay, so it allocates the memory space for instance variable. Okay, so what is the functionality of new operator or new keyword? So it allocates the memory space. It allocates the memory space. It allocates the memory space for instance variables. It allocates the memory space for instance variables. So whenever we can creating object in Java, okay, so these three variables I, flag, there could be loaded into the memory. So whenever we can creating object in Java, that's time instance variable could be loaded into the memory apart from anything contained in the form of bytecode. But how we can accessing those variables through object reference? Through object reference. D1.write. Okay, D1.write with the help of dot operator. With the help of dot. Okay, dot is the operator. Okay, here dot is the operator. Okay, so every operator have some functionalities. Plus, minus, multiplication. What is the functionality of plus? We can add two numbers. What is the functionality of minus operator? We can subtract two numbers. What is the functionality of into operator? Okay, asterisk operator. We can multiply two numbers. Every operator have some functionalities. Like plus, we have to addition purpose. Like dot is also a operator. What is the functionality of dot operator? You can accessing instance variables in the main method. You can accessing instance variables. How can you accessing instance variable? Object reference dot variable name. Here object reference is D1. Here reference is the object reference. D1 is the object reference. D1 dot height. Okay. So how can you access in similar way? So we can accessing D1 dot flag, D1 dot f. D1 dot height, D1 dot flag, D1 dot f. Okay. So for example, we can accessing these values. What is the output of this statement? Okay, so we can't initializing any values in that programming. So in that one, so we can't initializing any values, just I am declaring variables. Okay, I can't initializing values to the variables, but these three variables are instance variables. Default initialization is applicable to the instance variables. Okay, so finally, what is the output of this program? If you compile and if you run this program, so what we have to get? What is the output? Finally, what is the output for this program? What is the default value of integer type data type 0? Okay, so what is the default value of flag data type boolean? Okay, so he is represent true or false by default. What is the default value? False. This one, what is the default value of float data type 0.0? Float contains with fractional values 0.0. So this is the output of your program. If you compile and run this program, you have to get the output. Okay. So this is nothing but instance variables. Okay. So what is the difference between local variables and instance variable? Any variable can be defined within the method. Okay. So within the constructor, within the block can be called as local variables. Okay. Access modifiers cannot be used as local variables, and the default initialization is also not applicable to the local variables. Okay. So what is instance variables? Any variable can be defined within the class, but it looks like outside method, outside constructor, outside block, can simply say as instance variables. Okay, so default initialization is applicable to the instance variables. Access modifiers also we can use as, okay, so simply access modifiers also we can use as, okay, instance variables. Okay, but how we can accessing instance variables in the main method? So we can creating the object through object reference. We can accessing the instance variables in our Java programming. Okay, so in the rest I will explain class or static variables. Okay, so thank you.